Tippy time, my damies, Tough Cat here and welcome back to the channel. In patch 8.6.2 we saw some buffs to the Lion Rampant exotic boots that is definitely going to give us some strong functionality bonuses inside the crucible. These boots perk is called Jump Jets. It provides additional aerial maneuverability and enables accurate hipfire whilst you're in the air during lift. It provides us a large benefit to our airborne effectiveness stat of all weapons whilst hipfiring. This is a massive 50 stat points of AE. All of our jumps get a longer lift duration. Our high lift goes from 2.6 seconds to 4 seconds for a 54% increase. Strafe lift is 2.2, now 4 seconds, that's an 82% increase. And base catapult only has a 1 second lift, it now has a 4 second lift for a 300% increase. This makes our titans feel like those stress loving warlocks, but now after the rework, they've added an accuracy and range hipfire bonus from the RDMs to the Lion Ramparts for all of our primary weapons. So now these hipfire benefits are always active, not just when airborne. The changes that were done to the Radiant Dance machines were a slight reduction to the bonuses granted to our primaries when hipfiring. Bungo aligned the hipfire bonuses to range and accuracy with the values granted by the hipfire grip perk instead of their legacy frame like the BXR. Not to worry though, it still has tons of great benefits whilst hipfiring, with a bonus 25 stability and 15 aim assist, a 2.7 degree larger precision aim cone angle, 30% decreased accuracy cone size, 20% increased aim assist fall off, and 20% increased damage fall off distance, all of which just equates to popping grapes whilst looking great. It is important to note that the damage fall off increase does not apply to our last word, but if you do run M&K, unfortunately you might be seeing some further nerfs here to the last word, essentially making the weapon kind of useless unless you're using one of the hip firing exotics. But if you're playing with the sticks, you won't have this issue and it's still going to be GOAT. For my Space Cowboy, I'm definitely going to be using the last word. I've always loved that fanfire. This 225 RPM hand cannon knocks those mofos down super quick at 80 a crit. It's a close range weapon. We got corkscrew rifling. This balances out that range, stability, and handling. It has accurate rounds. You'd be very surprised at the range this thing can crit at. Its main bonuses though, that hipfire grip perk. This again buffs our accuracy, stability, and precision hit targeting when firing from the hip, essentially doubling what our Lion Ramparts are already doing, making it very sticky and without that 20% increase to the damage fall off. It's got that texture grip, so bonus handling, making it easier to use in close quarters with that near max reload speed. Now I know a lot of you Space Cowboys out there are all about that dead man's tail. I'm still going to be rocking a cowboy gun. This Spire dungeon has a beautiful new long arm between its legs, and it's now super easy to farm out in a death roll for yourself. These 120 scouts, 2 crit 1 body. It's got tons of great perks like subsistence, hipfire grip, recycled energy, dual loader, rapid hit and lone wolf in the left hand column, with explosive payload, keep away, precision instrument, redirection, dragonfly and rolling storm in the right hand column. Now for me, I prefer arrowhead break. It gives us plus 10 handling and gives us that perfect vertical recoil that really helps with this Iron Sights weapon. I'm never really too concerned with the range of these things. Even if you put on hammerforge rifling, you're only really gaining 1 meter. And I prefer not to have to run a recoil mod. For me, I prefer tac mag. This gives us a bonus run in the magazine, plus 10 reload and plus 5 stability. But if you get a flared mag or steady rounds or accurized, those are all good too. Any of the masterworks are going to be great, you don't have to worry about that all too much. I've got a handling, and then being an adept, I've got a plus 10 handling adept mod on there as well to boost that even further. As with the rifle, we're doing a lot of juggling between hipfire to ADS to maximize what it can do. I tried a couple of different combinations when it came to the scout. I initially thought lone wolf would be the go-to, and don't get me wrong, it was great, so was rapid hit, but this cowboy gun needs that hipfire grip. Precision instrument in the right doesn't really change all that much, it just helps with a little bit of range drop off. My pick would either be explosive payload or keep away. I ended up going with keep away This grants us plus 10 range, 30 reload speed, and decreases the accuracy cone growth by 5%. I found the balance between the hipfire grip being a good close range perk and keep away being a nice long range perk worked really well, particularly when you take a look at the origin trait, the text balance stock. When we damage targets whilst firing from the hip, it's going to increase our handling, reload speed, and movement speed whilst aiming down sights. This pretty much means when we're rocking around the map, we tap them with the hip, and it's going to boost our range, handling, and reload stats by 20 each for 4 seconds. Now this might not seem like the best origin trait, and it's probably not, but it does come in handy every now and again. It's not a bank on it happening, it's kind of like a, oh cool, it happened. Now if you do want to give this a go for yourselves, on the Titan, being stuck up in the air can be a little bit of a detriment, so I'd recommend either going strand or stasis. That Shiver Strike can get you out of danger really quickly when you're floating up in the sky, being all space cowboy. It can dive us back down to earth. I also loved using it to close that gap, attach that shatter detonation to them, then blast them in the face with my last word. Equally, our green meanie has those triple frenzy blades, which can also push us left and right whilst we're in the air. And if you're really keen for it, you could also use the grapple melee. Make sure to holler at me in the comments if you tried the boots out. I'd love to hear how you're vibing with them. I'm absolutely digging them. 9 out of 10 times if I'm in the crucible or my hunter. But I had an absolute blast rocking this Titan yesterday. Holler at me in the comments if you're using a long arm. I'd love to know what combo you've gone for. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.